5 nights, 5 babysitters, and not all of them survived. Tonight, you'll hear their stories. Turn off the lights, put on your headphones, and if you dare, subscribe, because you won't sleep tonight. I swear to you, the first thing I heard wasn't a cry, it was whispering. Soft, low, like someone was sitting right beside the crib, murmuring to the baby. I was babysitting for the Wilsons, a quiet couple with an old 2-story house on the edge of town. Their daughter, Emily, was barely 2, and they'd left me with the baby monitor so I wouldn't need to check on her every 5 minutes. The night started peacefully, cartoons humming in the background while I scrolled my phone. Then, the whispering. At first, I thought it was interference. The static sometimes picked up neighbors' walkie-talkies or phone calls. But then the voice said something that made my skin crawl. "Don't look at me. She's watching." I froze, staring at the monitor. Emily was still in her crib, lying perfectly still. Too still. I went upstairs, every step creaking like the house was warning me not to go. When I reached her room, she was standing in the crib now, finger pressed against her lips. "Shoo," she whispered. "He doesn't like loud noises." The baby monitor crackled again behind me. This time, the voice wasn't whispering. It was screaming my name. The house didn't look right when I got there. The address matched, but something about the curtains, torn and yellowed, made me hesitate. The parents had called me earlier that day, frantic about a last-minute emergency. They paid well. Too well. The boy's name was Tyler. He was quiet, almost too polite for a kid his age. He ate the sandwich I made him in silence, staring at the walls like he was listening for something I couldn't hear. Around 9 p.m., he asked, "Are you sure you should be here?" "What do you mean?" I laughed nervously. "They're not my parents." My stomach dropped. "What do you mean, Tyler?" He leaned closer, whispering. "They're pretending. My real parents are still in the walls." The front door opened, and the parents walked in, smiling like mannequins. The boy slipped his hand into mine and whispered, "Don't let them take me back inside. If you're still here, you're braver than most. Subscribe, let's keep going." The first time I saw him, I thought it was a coat rack. Just a tall, dark figure at the end of the hall. But when I looked again, it was gone. I was babysitting for a family friend, watching over a 6-year-old named Sophie. She was upstairs drawing when I heard her laugh suddenly, loud, delighted. "Who's in there with you?" I called. "Just my friend," she said. I climbed the stairs, heart thudding. Sophie's room was empty except for her, crayons scattered across the floor. She pointed to the open closet. "He hides when you come in." I closed the closet door firmly, trying to hide my shaking hands. That night, as Sophie slept, I sat downstairs with the TV on low volume. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw him again, tall, unmoving, at the end of the hall. This time, the closet door upstairs creaked open. When I rushed upstairs, the closet was empty, but Sophie was gone. The phone rang 5 minutes after the parents left. No one should have known I was here. A rasping voice said, "Check the back door." I hung up, heart hammering. But when I peeked, the back door was unlocked. I locked it fast, trying to convince myself it was a prank. 10 minutes later, the phone rang again. "You missed one." I checked every lock, every window. Everything was shut tight, except the basement door. It was cracked open, just a sliver. I slammed it shut, dragging a chair against the knob. My phone buzzed. A text this time. "Don't bother locking it. I'm already inside." When I turned around, the little boy I was babysitting was standing in the kitchen. He pointed to the ceiling and whispered, "He's in my room." The kids told me about the game before bedtime. We have to be quiet after 9, they said in perfect unison, or she'll come out. I thought they were just trying to spook me. Kids do that. But at 9:03 p.m., the entire house seemed to hold its breath. The clock ticked, the pipes groaned, but the children didn't make a sound. I whispered, "Who is she?" Both kids pointed toward the corner of the room. Nothing was there. The night dragged on in unbearable silence. Every time I spoke, the kids would shush me violently, eyes wide with terror. Finally, I gave up and let them sleep. Around midnight, I heard movement in the living room. Thinking it was the cat, I went to check. That's when I saw her. A woman in a long black dress, standing perfectly still in the corner, her face blurred like bad reception. When I gasped, the kids appeared behind me, eyes wide, voices trembling. "You broke the game," they whispered. "Now she'll want to play with you. If you're still here, then you survived tonight's story." But not everyone is so lucky. Subscribe now, before the next shadow finds you.